What's up, everybody? You're listening to Charm Scene, the most charmingest podcast in all the scene. I'm sitting across from the amazing Lily Ludwig. That's Chris Ditton on the drums. That's Sam Scheidler on the keys, and I'm Austin. But we've got a charming guest in the studio today. And by studio, I mean Sam's dining room. But before we introduce that guest, we thought we'd give a little bit of information about them in this improvised jam.
Before we introduce the guest, we're gonna introduce the guest.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Here we go.
Yeah, we got a guest. I'm glad she's here because she always brings the party. You can catch her on IO stage in a little show called Marquee.
Yeah, and when it comes to her skills, yeah, you know that she cannot be beat. You may have seen her at IO Theater in her show called Love Seats.
When it comes to comedy, this girl is a 10 out of 10. She did some magic and Hocus Hocus, a cool show at the Den.
And I can't think of a single word that rhymes with the show Voila. So you can see Annie in a really cool show, and that show is called Voila.
Holla! Oh yeah,
that would have been good.
That's what I say when I take a chance. Also, if you see her in an improv scene, she loves to dance.
That's true, yeah. And I'm out of things to say, but hey, I'm really glad that she's here. And you're gonna enjoy her improv skills, and here's her name for you to hear.
Yeah. Midwest as hell. Annie Farwell.
Yeah.
Midwest as hell. Annie Farwell. That is how she self-described herself. Oh well.
Read her bio. Midwest as hell.
It's Annie Farwell.
Oh my gosh. Play that at my wedding.
Yeah. We were recording that whole thing, right, Sam?
Yeah, of course.
Thank
Oh,
goodness. Thank goodness. It's been a while since we've recorded this. You can tell that I was like, oh yeah, we got to do an opening here. We got to do an intro.
Yeah, we have been really good about banking these episodes and getting pretty far ahead and have not recorded in like 6 weeks. So welcome back us.
That was me putting back together the opener. Hi, everybody, and welcome, Annie. Welcome to Charm Scene.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah.
We're so excited that you're so excited. It fuels our egos.
Hell yeah.
And what a gorgeous day. We're recording this on one of those nice surprise
Yes.
spring days.
Mm-hmm.
Hot outside.
Hot outside. Is it too hot? Not
Yes.
yet. Oh, you think so?
A little bit.
You're already there?
I'm already sweating.
It's like
Wow.
65 degrees
Yes.
Fahrenheit.
I have to slowly work my way up to summer levels.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I complain as soon as it gets over like 80, 90 degrees. That's when I'm suddenly like, oh, I miss the winter.
That's okay. That's justified.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to do an improvised musical, a fully made up thing. But in order to give us some inspiration, we've asked Annie to bring in a story, something from her time in the arts and comedy and performing, whatever that means to her. We're going to hear out that story. There it is. We're back where I found my script. We're going to hear out that story, talk about it for a little bit, and put all those ideas into a metaphorical blender. And pull out the pieces and parts and use them as inspiration for a completely improvised musical. Thank you so much.
So
Thank you so
Annie,
much.
will you tell us a story?
Yes. So this is a story about the time that me and my friend, who were on an improv team together at the time, were asked to help out with a prank at a guy's Halloween party
Oh, I love a
that
prank.
that he was throwing for his family and his coworkers, which I guess to him, his coworkers are his family.
Aww.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Yay. Small businesses.
Oh, that's fine, I guess. So a Halloween prank?
Yeah, so he emailed my improv team being like, hey, like, I need a couple of zombie actors. Do you have anyone who's interested? So me and my buddy Austin,
Sick.
No
Different
relation.
Austin.
yeah. We were like, oh yeah, we're totally game. So we met this guy for coffee, and he was like, all right, so here's what I'm thinking. You're gonna attend my Halloween party dressed as mimes, and the whole time you're not gonna talk. You're
Okay.
only going to mime in conversation. And just like arrive, and no one's gonna know you. It's like kind of a smaller party too, like in his house.
Yeah, like everyone knows each other probably.
Yes, absolutely. Everyone has known each other, not just known each other, but known each other for years.
Wow. And there's just
Wow.
two mimes at the party.
Yes.
And they're like, who are you? And you guys are like,
Like, yeah.
Are you doing mime stuff? You're like in a box, or you're like doing a rope thing, like it? Okay.
Yeah. So, at the beginning of the party, they like laid out a spread, like a buffet of things. And so we kind of walked over and we were miming like, oh, this looks so yummy. Like we're rubbing our tummies, like licking our fingers, licking our lips.
All
And
chef's kids.
yeah. And so then we start to like eat all the food on the table, but like imaginary food that was sitting on top of the real food.
Awesome.
And so, yeah, people were like starting to be like, this is really weird.
Something's up. Yeah.
So then the guy took us aside and he's like, hey, it's going really well. So many people have approached me asking who the hell you two are. And I've been like the whole time like, oh, I don't know. They just arrived.
I thought you brought him.
Yeah, basically. And he's like, but I think we can go harder. And I was like, okay, like, we'll think of something. So then we went to the backyard and started to pretend like we were playing basketball. And it was kind of cold outside too, so we were the only people out there while there was a party going on inside.
So you've got people being like, where are those mimes? Oh, they're outside
Playing basketball.
I think this guy maybe hated you guys. This
Ma-
sounds like an Impractical Joker's punishment.
Yeah, it's like he met me a really, really long time ago, and I said something like slightly rude to him, and he like kept it in his
Just
heart.
held a grudge.
Yeah, I was like, let me email her improv team because I know she's gonna do this. So yeah, we were playing outside for a while. We did imaginary basketball. We did imaginary tightrope, but on the ground.
Sure.
Frisbee. We did pretty much every sport we could in front of this huge glass bay window.
And they're all watching.
They're all watching us. And
There
We
he
got
is.
Marty on the mic.
hey, Marty. So we after like maybe 20 minutes of like playing imaginary things outside, this woman dressed like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I love Halloween so much.
Yeah, it was a costume party. So a woman approached me dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire, but the part of the movie where her boobs catch fire.
Specifically that costume.
Yeah. But she was like serious as hell, and she's like, so there was an accident with a couple of cars parked out front, and we were just wondering, did you guys drive here? And so I mimed, because again, I'm not talking. I mimed, no, we didn't. I went, no.
Annie is doing the like kill sign in front of her neck.
Yeah.
And driving, like
Driving.
steering wheel hands.
No driving.
Yes. And she was like, okay, well, that's not why I really came up to you guys. I came up to you guys because, frankly, no one here knows you, and we're all really freaked out.
Okay, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, she was not having it. She was really upset with us. And so then she's like, inside is the sheriff.
What?
A guy dressed as the sheriff.
What is this?
I guess he
Wild
was,
West?
yeah, for real. I guess he was like, but he was in costume. So she like pointed to this guy
Could be
dressed as a
anyone.
tiger. And she's like, that's the sheriff. And he's prepared to take any necessary precautions.
He growls.
What? They honestly thought that you two had like crashed this party?
Yeah. And
Well,
we're
because
like,
the host kept being like, I don't know them either.
yes.
That's
yeah.
so dangerous.
So the stakes were like really high in retrospect. Like there should have been like probably some more precautions we took, but he was paying us a lot of money.
Wow.
Okay. That was my question. If there was a payment.
Yeah, there was a payment, and he like reimbursed our costumes that we bought from Walmart like the night
Whoa.
before, and like all the makeup that we brought. So yeah,
So totally worth it.
yeah, I bet I still have that makeup too in my drawer back home.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what happened? How did it end?
So at that point, I still couldn't talk because, again, I wanted to get paid.
Sure.
So
You were given one rule.
I was given one rule. So I was like, I gestured like, I'm okay. Come with me. And so me, my buddy Austin, and Mrs. Doubtfire with her tits on fire were following me to the guy who's throwing the party. And I like tapped his shoulder and I was like very animated, like, hey, I'm in trouble. I don't want to go.
Mrs. Doubtfire's going to lock us up.
Yeah. Mrs. Doubtfire and Tony the Tiger, question mark. So then he turned off the music and made it a huge announcement to the party being like, hey, everyone, these are 2 improvisers. I hired them to be here. And I was like waiting in this like silence before an eruption of laughter from the rest of the party goers. And I was like, oh, thank God. And that was like 40 minutes into the party.
Oh, wow. It's happened fast.
Yeah, it was,
I thought you were on like hour 3 at this point.
No, but I did stay an extra like 2 hours after that and like just had tacos and like talked to these folks that worked at this company or whatever.
Were you released at that point from your vow of silence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I spent the rest of the 2 hours just like eating real food and eating real food and being like, I swear I'm normal.
This might be my favorite story yet.
This is really good.
On the pod.
This
That's
is really
hilarious.
good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I was half expecting it to be like, and now we're gonna hunt these improvisers for sport. So everyone grab your weapon of choice.
Don't
We're gonna
worry, I'll
chase
pay you
them
an
all
extra
over.
$10,000 if you just run away from my friends with guns. No, everything I wrote down from the story sounds like I'm describing a dream.
Yeah.
I wrote mimes, basketball, Mrs. Doubtfire, Tiger Sheriff.
I put fake food, fake basketball, no talking.
I also put fake food, fake basketball, and Tiger Sheriff.
Tiger Sheriff.
That's probably my favorite part.
As much as I love the idea of doing a mime story,
Yeah,
I don't know how to do that on a podcast.
I
Yeah.
had that thought as I was walking over. and I
Is
was
there
like,
a world where we do a musical with no dialogue and we are
No.
only describing stuff?
Wait.
Oh
my
okay.
god.
can say no.
Sounds
I mean,
really
it feels
hard.
okay.
Wait.
Elaborate. How would this work?
Like, instead of first person, we're like all narrating in third person.
Songs too?
And it would be like, then my character did so and so. I don't know.
Okay.
Austin looks petrified.
We can. No, I don't. Yes, and.
So it's like
Gosh, it's hard to say
like
no to.
or
narration.
not, if anyone has a better idea.
I mean, no. I feel like we have to try this now.
So-
This is uncharted territory.
I think now that we've said the idea, we have to do it.
We have to do it. We
podcast.
can't just be like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
we're gonna do a Tony
because
the
our
Tiger
listeners
Sheriff.
are.
How about we try it, and if it sucks or it's really hard, we do something else.
What I was going to say, what I was going to offer out there is like, if it feels incredibly hard and you don't know what to do, you can always be like, and then he said, and then, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I think that's okay.
Oh yeah, okay,
And then sing from first person in quotes, if
Yeah.
you will.
sure.
But you have to do air quotes, and the audience
Yeah.
will know.
All right. Well, then let's make it. We
Like
can still connect this to the story.
Yeah,
though
I think
here,
it's
a
about
little bit.
mimes.
Well, I think it's about a party, right?
Oh,
I think
sure.
it's about 2 mimes have crashed a party.
Ooh,
They were
yeah.
not invited,
Yes.
and I think we see what happens there if actually these 2 mimes were just at the party
yes.
without being asked.
Maybe they're trying to make real friends and fall in love and
Oh.
find themselves.
Do we want to keep it Halloween?
It's sure. I mean, sure.
Sure.
Always. The amount of times we've done spooky episodes outside of Halloween is incredible.
We do
So,
love Halloween on this pod.
We do.
I love Halloween.
All right.
Me too.
I
I'm
think
game. Yeah.
I think we've got it. This is all description, even in
see how it
song.
goes. We'll see how
We'll
it goes.
see how it
We got
goes.
this.
Here we go. We open on a big corporate party. This is a massive deal. There's guests, and all of them are in their Halloween finest, and they went all out, folks. I mean, we've got real makeup, real hair done. I mean, they've spared no expense when it comes to their Halloween costumes.
It's like a whole party of Heidi Klums.
That's right.
Everyone is like fully committed to the bit. They're a worm or
Right.
something.
Fully in it. We're talking like prosthetics and everything,
Yeah.
right? And we're seeing it's a mansion. There's people outside, there's courtyards, there's different houses you can go to. Oh,
There's mermaids in the pool.
right. Those are hired, right? There are some
Yes.
hired actors to be here. Except for two people. And we see right there in the middle of the crowd, there are two mimes. And no one knows who they are or what they're doing here. And people have some concerns.
The sheriff in the corner is like, who is that? And everyone shrugs and tries to ask a woman dressed as a cat. But the cat doesn't know either, and that's where she draws the line. No one at this party knows the mimes.
The one guy at this party who should really know what's happening, the guy who owns the land, who's throwing the party, is dressed as a sea captain. And he doesn't know the mimes either. He has never seen them before. He's gonna go down there and kick them out. This is a struggle, a battle, a war.
How can you make friends when you can't talk? How can you make friends when you can't talk? How can you make friends? How can you make friends when you can't talk?
Across the way, the two finest guests of them all. It's the mayor and the mayor's wife playing real basketball. And who's that with the mermaids looking so very cool? It's the boss of the company, the CEO, and he's drunk and in the pool.
And next to him is a guy dressed as a whale. And in two of the lawn trails or chairs are Bob and Larry from Veggie Tales. And they're wondering who that guy is. And everyone is shrugging, cause no one fucking knows.
How can you make friends when you can't talk? How can you make friends when you can't talk? How can you make friends? How can you make friends when you can't talk? The mime gestures, come here, let's split a beer. I'm just like any other guy. He takes a cat woman's hands in his hands and gestures to look into his eyes.
How can you make friends when you can't talk? How can you make friends when you can't talk?
How can you make
How can you make friends?
How can you make
How can you make friends
when you can't?
The party continues. The party continues. We see, of course, the boy mime has gone over to the bar with a woman dressed as a cat. There are several of those at this party. It's not that original of a costume, but boy, have they gone all out. We see the cat woman has somehow gotten a beer from the mime. How he ordered, we don't know.
And the cat woman, she looks into the mime's eyes and says, I feel like I know you from somewhere. Like I've known you a really long time. Say, how the fuck do I know you, little guy mime?
And the mime just shrugs.
And she's like, you sound just like my ex-husband.
And the mime's laughing and crying.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the party, we see the girl mime. She's over there and she's entertaining Huey, Dewey, and Louie. She's pretending to juggle in front of them. There are no balls. It's not that impressive to watch someone juggle without balls. But Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they are just captivated the whole time. And Huey looks at the other two and goes, does anyone know who this is?
I don't know, but I feel like we should see if she wants to work for our company.
Oh, you think she'd be a good fit for this?
Yeah, I think she would be a really good sales representative for the Midwestern region of,
Hedge Fund Incorporated.
yeah, Hedge Fund Incorporated. she's got a whimsical way about her, and we haven't done a personality hire in ages.
The girl mime can hear all of this.
But she's still juggling, but she's acting like she can't. Like she's turning her head, like, oh, what are they talking? What are they saying over there?
She accidentally drops an invisible ball so she can like lean closer to hear while she picks it up.
And as the guys are chatting and kind of really thinking out, like, oh, what kind of role could we bring her on for? She reaches into her like 1920s style briefcase and whips out a resume. And she hands the resume to them, and the resume is blank.
Yeah, we watch Huey flips it over. On the other side, it's black and white stripes. Like, God damn it, this is a mime resume.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie respect the game. The commitment to the bit to not use any words.
Huey's like, maybe there is something here. I mean, maybe this mime could bring something new to the company that we haven't seen before. I mean, I've never hired a mime.
Yeah, me neither. And I think, think of it like a blank canvas. A mime is really just like a blank canvas.
A mime can be whatever we want them to be.
Yeah.
And we watch as they continue deliberating.
We can't hear what they say. We don't know how they use their breath, but we can see how they gesture. Huey points to the left and raises his arms, a suggestion. It's almost like he's asking his brother a question.
And then the other Huey, well, he takes a look and he makes a stern face and he stomps his foot and he crosses his arms and he shakes his head. No, this is not going well.
So Huey takes a sentence and he walks it back, and all you hear from the other side is quack, quack, quack as they argue, the brothers fight. But you know these three, and this could go all night.
So then the mime gets down on her knees, and then the mime says, please, please, please. Like she mouths, please, please,
Oh,
please.
sure.
Yeah. So then the mime says, you don't know me. The mime says, I can get you a lot of money. And she like does dollar bills in the air.
Yeah, I mean, she isn't talking, but they all understand because she's really good at communicating ideas with her hands. She does it really stylishly, really well. It's almost as if she's talking in ASL.
Yeah, they know what she's saying and they definitely get the gist. They can tell from her movements, but from reading her lips. And they weren't expecting this. This is quite a surprise. They have never been able to just communicate with eyes.
Then before the mime knows that she's filling out a W-9. They're onboarding her as a contractor to sell supplies. She becomes the greatest salesman at this company. She sells lots of hedges, whatever that means. Money.
A mime can be anything. A mime can be anything. A mime can be anything. A mime can be anything.
She pulls out a map and viciously scribbles on it and circles Chicago, Illinois, and makes a big gesture with her hand saying that she has a lot of family there. And she's, she did Avon door to door, and she still has all those contacts. And somehow the guys, they glean all this from her gesturing.
Yes, they understand what she's saying. It's all sensible because the way she finger spells is just so incredible. They understand everything that she means to say, and they're like, we need to hire this bitch today.
They know that finally all of their frustrations will be torn away with this new corporation. They understand now just how this mime will go. They're gonna let the mime go and be the CEO.
Mine can be anything.
A mime can be anything. A mime can be anything. Even the CEO.
She gives a thumbs up.
So things are going well on that side of the party for sure. We pan back over to the bar where the dude mime continues to hit on the Catwoman at the bar.
My gosh, I haven't felt this young in years.
The mime does like a meow gesture, like a little claw hand thing.
You know, I've never met someone like you. I've never met someone who
He points to his ear as if to say, listens.
exactly. I've never been with a guy who listens as well as you. And even though we don't speak the same way, I feel like we still speak the same language, you know? The language of love.
The mime puts one hand on his heart and the other on her heart in a respectful way.
And the camera does that thing where it kind of like zooms in and out at the same time, like in Severance or something like that. And like all the
A
lights.
dolly zoom?
Sure, yeah.
Or
Dolly.
like
Yes,
a
dolly zoom.
wooga
No.
zoom.
Dolly zoom is the right one. Yeah.
Oh,
And-
okay. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And like all the lights go out and there it's just them alone, like in a black like landscape.
Ooh,
Yeah.
And the lights
yeah.
around them. It's sort of like La La Land, like
I
a
was going to say La La
dream
Land.
ballet type of lighting.
And he takes the drink out of her hand and he takes a sip of that drink and hands it back to her, and she does the same back. And apparently that's
Yeah,
some
she
sort
takes the nothing drink out of his hand and pretends to
And
take a
takes a
sip.
sip.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've swapped spit, do you want to dance?
He nods vigorously and takes her paw in his.
In the moonlight, these two dance.
Uh-huh.
They finally take a chance with each other.
He dips her.
With his arm around her waist and his eyes locked to her face, they can dance like they're the only two around.
And the mime puts up fingers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Counting to the beat.
2, 3.
1, 2, 3. But not out loud, only with his hand.
In the moonlight, these two dance the dance of time, the dance of the love enamored mime, a tale of love. The mind takes off both of his white gloves for skin to skin contact with the Catwoman, because for his skill in which he listens, in the moonlight they twirl and they twirl, and the Catwoman says, "Oh, I'm such a pretty girl." In the moonlight, it just feels right in the night. In the moonlight, meow moonlight, it's just perfect, just right. And the mime crooks a finger to say, "Hey, come here." And he reaches behind and he scratches her ears because he's yes-anding. She's dressed like a cat, and in spite of the silliness, she really likes that. In the moonlight. In the moonlight.
In the moonlight.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1.
Moonlight, they dance. And suddenly the world shifts back, the noise comes back on, they're hearing the party around them. They haven't moved an inch.
But then the Catwoman looks at her wrist and yelps, "Oh my God, I gotta go!"
Oh my God.
And as she runs off into the crowd, we see our mime just watching as she goes.
He reaches out a hand as if to stop her.
And a single invisible tear drips down his cheek.
He pouts and points to it so you can see. Imagine where it would go.
Meanwhile, the camera pans back to the other side
Uh-huh.
of the party, and
Mhm,
the and the lady mime is wearing a blazer now that she must have stolen from the last CEO because that's how this company works.
She's got her hair pulled up in like a high, tight ponytail.
Yeah,
like
slicked
she's
back.
about business. Yeah.
Yeah,
As you recall, she did go on to become a very successful salesman at this company.
Yeah, we know that's
But
where she's
Are we
going.
jumping in time, or are we still?
We
think-
just know that's where she's going.
Okay.
I was going to say that maybe she already, in some sort of magical mime way, has already sort of done that.
Yeah,
both.
She's wearing a blazer, and there's a guy in a mustache who's supposed to be dressed as Anchorman, who is frantically looking around the party for his missing blazer.
And we see that sort of all of these other employees and interns are sort of gathered around her seeking her advice, which she is giving. She seems to be giving some sort of a TED talk, including gesturing to a PowerPoint no one else
Yeah.
can see.
And the PowerPoint says, I ran a $10 billion company and felt empty at the end of the day.
And everyone claps politely, even though they've never heard this, but they do understand what she's saying.
And she's using a laser pointer, which is invisible, of course, and there's no laser, but there is a little black and white striped cat that's pouncing after the
He can see the
invisible-
laser.
Yeah, it's a mime cat.
So then she clicks her clicker thing, her remote, and it goes to the next slide, and the next slide says, but what was it all really for? What?
And the audience goes,
And then she gestures the make it rain money and then says, like, gestures a, let's not do that anymore. She does the
the
neck.
like kill,
Yeah,
the,
the
the
kill.
neck thing.
And a murmur sort of goes over the crowd, like, "What do you mean? She doesn't want us to make money anymore?
They
What?
go,
But
"Huh?"
we're Hedge Fund Incorporated." Well, what? Well, excuse me then, Miss Mime. What do you want us to be? Some sort of non-profit? Some sort of arts organization? A charity?
He said with his eyebrows.
That's right.
and she does a big nod. And then she
This fucking rocks.
Big.
I'm having so much fun.
she does a big nod and then points to a globe. There's a globe in the room that is holding a bunch of party punch. It's like an ice sculpture that's shaped like a globe.
Uh-huh.
And she takes a baseball bat and she points at the name of the company, and the name of the company is over the hedge that fund. over the hedge that fund company.
Uh-huh.
And she points to the name, goes,
It cost a lot to have that carved into the ice.
yes. And she takes a baseball bat and just smashes the shit out of the globe.
It's crazy because she's not holding a baseball bat, but the globe does shatter.
Yeah.
There is no real one. And as it all sort of crumbles to pieces, the punch spills out everywhere. Everyone steps back and gasps.
There's glass shards flying through the air, and we see the refracted faces of people in shock through the glass.
Someone dressed as a cockroach comes over and starts licking up the punch.
And so
Again, Heidi Klum levels of committing to the bit.
Yeah, they're full costume. You would not even know they're human.
And so then the CFO pumps a fist in the air and he says, I agree with everything that you've said, that we should divest the company's funds away from the other corporations and give them back to the people.
And the people all wave their arms in the air and jump up and down.
And watch, as they sort of gather around, they move into lines here. And they march in single file, and they march around the stage, and they glance to their mime new leader, for a chapter has now, they turn the page, and the world will change forever, and this company will be the start. Over the hedge that fund company uses its heart.
Take your money from your clients. Take the money back from your clients. Take that money back from your clients. Give that money over the hedge.
And the people say that we will do our best, we will do what we can to our ability. We can siphon all the cash that we need just by lying about our billability. See, the clients will not know, they will not understand. All that they will see is the hours. They won't know that all of that extra money's being used to give all the poor people showers.
Take that money back from your clients and give it to a nice charity or alliance.
Take that money back from your clients
And give it to someone who needs it. So then the mime gestures to everyone's personal cell phone. She gestures to unsubscribe. She deletes the apps like Instagram,
Huh?
Facebook.
What?
And she says to unsubscribe from Amazon Prime.
Take that money back from your clients.
Take that money back from your clients.
Yeah, take that money back from your clients.
And give it to someone who needs it.
And we watch as everyone is deleting all the apps off their phone. All of these salesmen are calling their clients and going, fuck you, client. We don't need you anymore. Also, give me money so I can give it to charity. And somehow, this is the crazy thing, it's working. The
Yeah.
company is making more and more money. Their watching is now on the screen. There's an arrow is pointing up and up even higher. They have to install a new screen slightly above the other one so we can keep following that arrow way up into the air. People are giving so much to this company now.
Which is why it really takes the wind out of your sails when we pan back over to the boy mime. The cat lady has run away, and he's left at the side of the pool, crouched down, looking at his reflection in the pool, Troy Bolton style. Really sad.
And we see the mime pull out his phone and open up Hinge and scrolls through his matches.
All of them are also mimes.
Yeah. Their bios are empty.
They're just scantily clad mime men and women.
He's bisexual.
Yeah, all mimes are.
For sure. A single tear, a real one this time, falls and ripples into the pool.
And who should emerge through that ripple? But a mermaid. Swims up to the surface, rests her elbows right up there on the edge of the pool, looks deep into that mime's eyes and goes, "You lost a woman? I know that look anywhere."
And the mime nods sadly, 'cause his heart hurts badly. How did you understand my plight? He says this with his eyebrows.
And the mermaid splashes her tail in a way that indicates she understands.
And she gestures for him to take a swim.
And the mime kind of makes a move. He goes like, no, he does an X across his chest, and then he does a swimming motion. He's trying to say that he cannot swim.
Well, he could swim if he wanted, but his makeup would come right off. And he already feels like a stranger in this place. What's gonna happen if everyone now can see his real face? But he decides to take a chance and jumps in the pool. And for once he feels he's winning. He's just miming swimming. But his arms, they feel okay. And the mermaid says, no, you gotta come in for real. And she helps him swim away.
And the mermaid says, I'm not a mermaid for real, just like you're not a mime, and I know how that feels. I'd like to give you some advice and maybe a kiss, and I'm actually an actor from Indianapolis.
Okay. he understands this time. But how do I communicate? I'm actually a mime.
Wait,
This mermaid's coming on strong like she wants to be my wife. But I am actually a mime in real life. How do I do this? Oh, I need help. And by the way, this is all stuff that he is thinking to himself. How do I explain? I'm gonna balk. I need to let her know that I can actually not talk. What if she wants a man who can yap? I can be a lot of things, but I cannot do that.
And they swim deeper and deeper, deep in the pool, and he had no idea it went this deep. It's blocking out all the sunlight from way up above to some sort of secret underwater keep.
Then the mime is like, holy shit, I think she's a real mermaid.
He says with his eyes.
Holy shit, I was dumb. I decided to mess with my life.
He's been just going along. It's like he's set to auto. He was not expecting to be at a mermaid's grotto, but he's here. And I guess this is where he is now.
I mean, I can't help it, I'm a regular male. So when a beautiful woman wants to set sail, there's nothing I can do. I don't wanna bail. I gotta see what's underneath that beautiful tail.
And all the other mermaids swim up to him. They've never seen a man so deep before. Chances are slim that they could find someone like this. Someone like you, they say. With their mouths closed cause they're under the water. Will you give us all sons and daughters? Will you be the mime to make a bunch of mermaids for real? Can you be the man in our life and fill us with zeal? Can you make a mermaid mime hybrid? Can you make a mermaid mime hybrid? And they tried, and guess what? They sure did. These mermaids and the mime made a mermaid mime hybrid. Skip-it-bop-bop-bop-boo. Meanwhile, no one noticed that the mermaid and the mime just went under the water and never resurfaced.
And went down there to make a mime maid.
But the party continues. The revolution that has been led on by the girl mime continues. People are marching around. They're calling. They're donating all the money they possibly can to every charity they can think of. They're Googling more charities. Even the bad ones, they're giving them a couple $100 just to see what happens. Like, sure, try it out. But they're watching them. Oh, boy, are they watching them. And meanwhile, way up top in the house is, of course, it's the CEO of the company. He's dressed as a sea captain. He's looking out over the terrace of his company. He has no idea what's been happening this whole time.
He's so confused. He was taking a huge shit the whole time.
Oh, I was
whole
going to say he
time.
was doing coke.
Oh, he was. Yeah,
he was multitasking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He has one of those little like cross-stitch joke signs that says, please don't do coke in the bathroom. But he has one because it's funny because that's like what the bathroom is for, basically.
And so he's so angry. He sees all of these folks just following this woman, and it makes him so angry. It makes him so angry that he
Is he still trying to poop?
he's still trying to
He's still
shit.
throwing shit. Yeah. The coke's really fucked him up. He's looking at his phone and he's watching as his entire company changes in front of his eyes. They've even updated the website. Everything. I don't know how they got IT to work this late at night. They were not invited to the party. They're not here. But he's watching as sort of everything he's built is unfolding around him. And the only person he can blame is that Lady Mime down there at the center of the big crowd parading around his estate.
And she notices too. She looks up right in the window. The bathroom window overlooks the backyard.
Mhm.
And she does the thing where you take two fingers and you point to your eyes and then you point to the other person. She's like, I
Oh.
see you.
And so the CEO is like, I have to do something about this, and starts to plot her murder.
Oh.
He rushes back into his room. He opens up his top drawer, pushes aside all of the cocaine he's got in there, and pulls out a knife that he keeps in there for moments just like this.
He blows the cocaine residue off the knife.
And then he smokes it out of the air. He sniffs it out of the air.
I have to do something about this person. They can't come for my precious life. I need to take care of this person. I gotta take their life.
This mime, he says, is no friend of mine. This mime, he says, is no friend of mine. I will leave her dead and bloody on the floor left behind, because this mime, he says, is no friend of mine.
The CEO takes his burlap sack and takes it back to the back of the back. He lays out a very tasty treat right next to the mime lady's dinner seat.
And the mime lady uses her eyes to see what's happening, and so she hides behind an invisible tree. That doesn't work. Technique's forbidden. Anyone at the party can see right where she's hidden.
And this mime, he says, is no friend of mine. And this mime,
He says,
is no friend of mine. I will do to her things that are so far from kind, 'cause this mime,
he says,
is no friend of mine.
And re-enters the party singing. It's that cat woman. And she
Ooh.
sees the CEO holding a knife, and she says, I'm about to save that mime's life.
This mime, he says, is no friend of mine. This mime, he says, is no friend of mine. Hey, Catwoman, what are you doing? No,
I'm taking your knife.
no, this mime, he says, is no friend of mine. And we watch as the knife now is spinning out through the air. It's been slapped out of his hand. The knife spins and spins and spins and spins and spins and lands
where?
right in the heart of the lady mime.
But never one to miss a bit. She first mimes that she's choking on something. It's really convincing, and people are wondering if the whole thing is a bit.
People are noticing there's no blood coming out of the wound, but she does appear to be falling over.
And
holding her chest.
she sticks out her arm and red ribbons come flying out of her chest.
And so the COO of the company is devastated because
Yeah.
him and the lady mime became fast friends, and he says, is anyone in the room a doctor? And a bunch of people raise their hands because it's a costume party. And he's like, no, a real doctor. And so then
There's one guy dressed as the tiger is an actual for real doctor.
and so the tiger doctor and the COO, and the COO is dressed like Mrs. Doubtfire with her boobs on fire.
Of course,
Right?
yeah. Really good, like pyrotechnics. Like they're actively smoldering. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
impressive.
Yeah, we don't know if it's dry ice or what, but it looks
It
sick.
looks
It's really
Really
cool.
So then they run to the nearest table, and they do that thing like where they wipe all the stuff, off the table.
Oh no,
And-
the second ice sculpture.
It crashes to the floor. We see the reflections
slow
of
motion,
everyone in the ice and glass.
Yeah, everyone has a real moment of reflection.
The cockroaches run over and drink up all the
They're
all the
drinking
blood.
the UV blue from the ice sculpture. And they lay the lady mime on the table, and the Tony the tiger doctor,
Tony the doctor.
dressed like a tiger, decides.
His name is Tony.
Yeah.
Yes. And he starts to perform surgery, but he's the way that you fix a mime.
They're
is that-
different.
Yeah, they're not like normal humans. you have to perform a very meticulous imaginary surgery.
He's
in
basically
order-
imagine the game Operation.
Yes.
Mind meld.
Well, that's actually, he has cut her shirt open so that he can get to the wound, and there are small holes that are the shapes of
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
butterfly
yeah.
and a key and a bone. Yeah.
And he's like,
Her heart is like the shape of a Valentine's heart.
And there's a knife right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
he's like, God, I was so bad at this game when I was younger. Why, oh, why does this have to happen to me today when a woman's life is on the line?
Meanwhile, while all of this has happened, all of the revolutionized former workers have sort of tackled in a massive dog pile on top of the CEO. They know it was him, and they're awaiting the police. We cut back to the surgery.
Ow!
And
Caught the
every
bleeding,
time there's
caught the
a
bleeding.
buzz, we watch as she twitches a little bit more.
Ding, ding. There's a heart monitor.
Oh.
Ding, 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 dong.
Can he fix her? Can he bring her back? Or will she be a victim of this horrible attack? Can he save her? Can he save her life? Can he do what must be done? Or will another mime be left to die underneath the setting sun?
And the boy mime finally looks up when he hears the beeping. And he sees his friend and falls to the ground and mimes some silent weeping.
And all of his children he had with the mermaids, they come pouring out of the pool.
Splish splash.
They have 2 legs, but each leg is a tail, and that looks surprisingly cool. And a group of little my mermaid babies surround the surgery table, and they put out their hands like they are a table themselves, and they're very stable. And then the other mime runs over, and he puts on his fake mime gloves, and he does the surgery himself on the one family member he's got who he loves.
Operation, 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 operation.
Beep, beep, beep,
Beep. Then the mime finally takes a knife, but he's really trembling. He could take this other mime's life. He shouldn't have had all of that Irish coffee, because now with just a sleight of the hand he can prick an artery. Operation, 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 operation. Then the mermaid babies stretch out their hands. They take the mime's hand and they comfort him. He goes higher and higher with his knife in his hands. It turns out that he's gonna save her life, because operation, 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 operation is his favorite game. Operation, 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 operation. And the lady mime gasps and she reaches her hands in the air.
It's the first sound we've heard out of her all night.
And the room calms, and she takes a cloth from one of the little mermaid babies
Uh-huh.
and dabs her face. And she says to the mime, "Thank you for saving my life."
And he does the little, it's nothing.
'Cause he's
hand
a mime for
gesture.
real.
Yeah.
And all of his little children run and scamper back into the pool.
Splish splash.
And the mime and the boy mime looks at the lady mime and goes, "Well, I gotta go," but kind of with his shoulders in a way that's like, "Well, I gotta
He's like
go."
gesturing behind him with his thumb.
He mimes the old ball and chain,
He mimes like rocking a baby.
and he sort of salutes her waves her off, and he too jumps into the pool and never comes back out.
And then the cat woman is like, oh, what the hell? I thought we had a nice connection earlier.
And another businessman walks over, puts his hand on her shoulder, and goes, "No, his wives now are several mermaids that live underneath this pool." Classic Mime.
Classic
And they turn to the lady Mime, who's sitting up and breathing and inspecting herself, realizing that she's gonna be okay, that she survived this somehow. And she goes, whew. She kind of swipes her hand across her brow.
And everyone at the party looks at each other with a look that clearly says, Happy Halloween.
Oh, that was so much fun.
That was fun.
No, you know what, Lily? That didn't work. Let's do something else. No, I'm
Okay,
kidding. That was so much fun. I'm sitting across from the amazingly quiet. It's Lily Ludwig.
He never shuts up. It's Austin Packer.
That's me. He's got 1,000 wives, and they're all mermaids. It's music director Sam Scheidler.
He doesn't have a microphone. It's Chris Ditton on the drums.
But we could not have done this without our incredible guest. It's the one, the only, Annie Farwell.
Thanks so much for having me. This was so fun.
Of course, but I will say, we're not quite done with you yet.
Yes, you're in luck if you want just a little bit more.
That's right. We have come to the end of our story here, but it's not the end of our journey because, just like Lily said, we need a little bit more here. It's up to you now to pick the most charming character, a character that you think deserves...
Really the most obscure character.
Yeah, someone that you think deserves a moment in the spotlight, somebody that we didn't see enough of, and give them that moment in the spotlight. And it's up to you to figure out who that is.
Yes. Perhaps the person that I want just a little bit more in the spotlight of this story is the Catwoman.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get what she wanted in the end. And I think she has a lot to say about that.
Yeah, where do you think we see her? Is it after the party?
I think we see her getting ready for the party.
Oh, okay.
Like a
prequel.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think she's putting on her costume in her one-bedroom apartment in Chicago.
Of course.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
live there.
Now, are we still in descriptive rules here?
Who's the Catwoman? I don't even know. Who's singing this song?
I think
Oh, yes.
Good.
Gotta be
Okay,
you.
thank God.
Yeah.
I'll reach for my orange face paint. I'll reach for my orange face paint. I'll put on my corporate paints. I'll put on my furry hands and hope for a man who understands that I'm just a cat looking for another tomcat. How about that? This pussy needs some love. This pussy needs some love. I'll meet a nice man who will take this pussy and give it some love. I have been on so many dates. I've made so many mistakes. Then she goes through her phone and it shows a bunch of blue messages. Cause it's an iPhone and so the implication is that she sends a lot of text message and no text back.
Oh.
She looks at herself in the mirror and she thinks to herself, how could this get any clearer? This pussy needs some love. This pussy needs some love. I need a man to give this pussy love. She looks on her nightstand and it's a book called Let Them by Mel Robbins. But she's really into self-help books. She turns to the mirror and gives herself a good look. From head to toe, she knows it's time to go. She gives her high five to herself. It's time to change her life. This pussy
gorgeous too. What you were playing there too.
Oh, thank you.
What a wonderful
Yeah,
song.
fun
Annie,
little one.
incredible job.
Wow,
Yay.
amazing.
Thank you so much for doing this with us. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy
I
yourself?
had so much fun. Yes.
Oh,
We've wanted
good.
to play with you for a while. I'm glad it finally happened.
Yeah. Speaking of, like we've been doing some shows with you. Where can people see you live if they're here in Chicago or out and about? Where can they see more?
Yeah, so I perform with Marquee with y'all at the IO Theater.
What?
And then I also perform with Voila, the improvised musical at various locations. A new location pending, but we think we've locked one down. So stay
Ooh.
tuned for that. Both shows are on social media. Yeah.
Speaking of, are you on social media? Is there a place people can follow you?
I am on social media. I am at Ann Maloney Farwell, which is my full name.
Incredible. Good. You got to have your legal name on Instagram.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, amazing.
Yeah, well, wherever you are, go see live art, go see live shows. It's super important. We haven't recorded for a while, so we saw a lot of things.
Yeah, we did.
At least I went and saw Black and Highly Flavored at Second City. I saw Hope Brannon's solo show at The Annoyance.
Oh, it was amazing. Shout out Hope.
The two of us went to see De Silbersea, the opera downtown.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we did.
I watched The Annoyance's JFL showcase. We've went and saw a lot of stuff in the last
And
month.
I have not written anything down.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wherever you are, go see a live show. And you can get on our Discord, our fan Discord, and tell us all about the live shows you've seen. Annie, not to put you on the spot, have you seen any good live shows recently?
Yes, there's Dark Ride by Brad Pike, a solo
Oh.
show. There's also Dance of Death at Steppenwolf.
We saw that.
We did see that. Yeah.
So I don't know if it's still running, but the upcoming show for the Steppenwolf season, I do some part-time work for them, is Windfall.
That's right.
We
I
are
think
going
we
to
have
see
tickets
that
to that
too.
too.
I have the red card, not to flex. So I can see a bunch of shows for real cheap.
I didn't know you worked for Steppenwolf. We're going to chat about that after this podcast. That's
Yes.
really cool. Go see a live show wherever you are. If you're in Chicago, we got so much here. Wherever you are, there are live shows around you, I promise you. And if there really aren't, if you're somehow in like the tundra, hey, go start an improv team.
Start an
thing.
improv team with some penguins.
That's right. Thank you again to Lily. Thank you to Chris. Thank you to Sam. Thank you to Annie for joining us as well. We've been Charm Scene. We've got new episodes it's been a minute since we've done this. You can really tell. We've got new episodes every single Tuesday. You can learn more about us at Charm Scene Pod on Instagram. You can follow us there and see all the fun things that we're up to all the time, including, just like I said, our fan-led Discord. You can find all those links there on Instagram, again, at Charm Scene Pod.
You can also email us at charmscenepod@gmail.
That's right.
If you want.
If you really want. I mean, you could. We'll respond. Yeah. Thank you again, everybody, for joining us. And until next time.
You just got charmed!
I know which one.
It's green is for
great.
guest,
I'm gonna-
Austin is cowardly, and
Oh
Lily's
yeah,
the
you are
girl.
always yellow.
And
That's
Lily's
right.
the girl. That's
I-
why.
I'm pink because I'm a girl.